I'm making this video today because I never want you to say, as an aspiring writer, that you do not have a portfolio. If somebody asks you to show them your portfolio, for you to say, I don't have one, because that is the quickest way for people to say, bye, Felicia. But essentially, if you want to become a paid writer, then it's really important for you to invest some time into creating a professional portfolio that you can present to that potential client or potential employer. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create your first 2 to 3 pieces within your portfolio, even if you are a beginner. So step number 1 is really finding juicy topics to write about. And I've done a few videos on the channel where I talk about choosing your niche. So I want you to choose some juicy topics within the niche that you want to write in. How do you find these juicy topics to write about? Well, to be honest, there are several tools out there that you can use to generate content ideas. But one I really love, and which I really think is super easy to use, is called Answer the Public. And so within Answer the Public, you can put a topic, and then Answer the Public will give you questions, real questions people are asking about this topic on Google. And then what you can do from there is download a CSV file, which is very, very similar to an Excel spreadsheet. And then you can open it up and explore some of the questions that people are asking around this particular subject. When you have a topic like that, when you have a question like that, that question can easily be turned into a blog post topic. And so in the examples I was just showing you, I had diabetes, and then there were questions in there. Can diabetes cause headaches? Can diabetes do this and that? And there's several questions. So you have potentially several ideas in there. Well, now you can choose 2 or 3 of them that you would love to write around, or which you would love to do research for, and you're going to develop them as your first pieces. So how are you going to do that? Well, one of the things I love to do is always to break up a topic into points. So I always have 3 to 5 points I want to discuss under a particular blog post. And this is what I did all throughout my freelance writing life. Was I take a topic, I would think about 3 to 5 things I would want to discuss under that topic, and then I would develop each of those points, and then I would have a whole blog post, right? And so let's say that you have, a topic under diabetes about, can diabetes cause pain? Let's say that. Then you would come up with 3 topics you want to discuss under that big topic, right? That all are related to diabetes causing pain. And then you're going to write maybe between 100 to 200 words under each of those 3 points. And by doing that, you'll have a decent size by the time you finish doing that, right? If you do some research, if you pull on the knowledge that you already have, you will have about a 500 to 700 word blog post. And when you're done with that, make sure to proofread it, make sure to edit it. I love to write in Google Docs, and within Google Docs, there are some auto spell checks that are really helpful in controlling, your spelling and the grammar that you're using. But I also use tools like Grammarly. I use a tool known as Hemingway app to make my writing even more concise, correct, and very crisp, right? Because sometimes you could say something in one sentence and then you're running on for like 5 to 6 sentences. You never want your writing to be that way. You want it to be very crisp, very clear, for it to communicate the point that you're trying to make in a very, very powerful way. And I find that these tools are really helpful in helping me get there. Once you've edited, now you have that fully formed, very well proofread and edited blog post, and you can add that to your portfolio. You can do this 2 or 3 more times, and by the time you realize, right, over the course of 3 days, 4 days, maybe a week, you would have developed the first few pieces within your portfolio. And so the next thing to do is to find a place to showcase your work, right? There are 3 ways I'm going to discuss with you on how you can showcase your work or showcase your portfolio. The first one I'm going to recommend is having your own website. You can buy your name, and if you can't find your name, as so for me it's ginontra.com, I have a ginontra.com domain. For you it could be your name. If your name is really common and it's already taken as a domain, you can put writer at the end of your name. So let's say you're John Smith, you may choose to have John Smith writer or John Smith freelance writer or some variation of that. I find that it's helpful to have your name as a website or as the domain name of your website, because you can use it for anything, right? But let's say you choose John Smith writer, you can use that all throughout your career, whether you become an author or something else, right? And so I find that having your name as a domain name for your website is really, really helpful, because within it you can change things a lot. But then also, if you have a fancy name that you want to go by, that you want to use for your website, do that as well. I just find that having your name as your domain name is super helpful. So having your own website, and so on my website I have a page called ginontra.com/writer, and on that page I have past client testimonials and so on. If you don't have that, don't worry about it. But what I really want to highlight is that I do have links to my previously written work, to my portfolio on there. And so somebody checking out that page, right, if somebody asks me for my portfolio, I can quickly send off that link, ginontra.com/writer, to them. I don't have to attach a PDF, I don't have to do any of that. They just need to go to that link, click on the links there, and then check out my work. The second place I'm going to recommend to you is a website known as Contently. I also have a page on Contently. It's ginontra.contently.com. You can check that out for your own purposes. But I love it because Contently is they're a content marketing education company, and they do content marketing for big brands. And so they're to both of these things. But they also serve a lot of freelancers, and so they give freelancers an opportunity to curate their work on their websites, and not just freelancers, just writers in general. So you can go there and then log in, create an account, and then create a portfolio. Then all you need to do at that point is to upload your written pieces as PDFs, right, to Contently, and then Contently will house them for you, and then you can send that link off to somebody who may be asking of your portfolio link. 3 is using medium.com. Medium.com is a very well visited, very popular a website where people have created mini blogs. People have built massive brands writing on Medium. So, it's a platform that if you have the opportunity, I would say don't sleep on it. For beginner writers, it can be a really great platform for you to practice and build your craft. But I think it's also a great place for you to start curating some of your own work, right? And again, because Medium is quite well known, this is going to be, say, hey, I write on Medium, and let's say that you have pieces on there that go viral, that goes to further help your credibility, right? That you can write content that a lot of people are interested in. And so these are the 3 places I would say for you to curate your portfolio, and then you will have a simple link that you can share with people of the work that you have done. Of these 3, the one that I personally love is having it on your own website, because with your own website, right, there's no downtime. Like, unless your company, the company that hosts your website goes down, most of the time you have uptime. I've hardly ever had my website go down. I use a self-hosted WordPress website through SiteGround. I have an affiliate link, so if you want to use that to purchase your own website, it is down below. Number 3 is just having that link, saving that link somewhere, so that every day that somebody asks you, let me see your portfolio, okay, you can easily share with them. And then furthermore, you can put it in places like your email signature. You can put it in your featured section on LinkedIn. You can put it in, the place where they give you a link on Instagram. You can put that on Twitter. You can put that everywhere where you maybe potentially building a brand in order to find clients, or in order to find people that will pay you for your writing. If you're still confused about how to choose a niche for your writing, I highly recommend that you check out this video that I did here on choosing a writing niche.